Look man, I've been wanting to make this video for a while, and it's about Destiny 2. I was going to make this video before the Forsaken expansion came out, but I decided that after spending, albeit a couple hundred hours playing this new DLC, now would be a better time to make this video. And today I want to pose the question, is Destiny back? Let's have a look. What is up guys, I am the Gorgeous Gorilla. It's a pleasure to have your company once again, and today I wanted to talk about Destiny 2 as a whole, but mainly the new DLC, Forsaken. So, we've heard it for years, right? Destiny is dead. Yeah, of course it is. If I had $1 for every time I heard that, you know the saying, right? I'd be a pretty rich dude. And if you said that a couple weeks before Forsaken came out, I'd honestly have a pretty hard time arguing against you. But, on the back of some pretty damn good reviews, Destiny looks like it's definitely on the road to recovery. So today I want to take a look at the new DLC and see if Destiny has already been or can still be saved. But before we dive into whether it can actually be saved, let's have a look at why it's doing so bad in the first place. On the surface level, when you load up Destiny 2, it looks like there's heaps of stuff to do, right? I mean, after you finish the storyline, you can grind your character up to max power, you've got adventures, lost sectors, you've got exotic weapon quests, weekly nightfalls, you've got the raids, crucibles, so on and so forth. And this is fun for a few weeks, right? But as gamers, we know that we can chew through content pretty quick. We can write lots of things down on paper, like I just named, but once you actually get stuck into it and actually play the game, you can finish things pretty quick. There's the kicker. Once you dive below the surface level of Destiny 2 content, it's honestly completely empty. It's really fun to do the endgame quests and whatnot, but the gear honestly doesn't take much skill to get, and it can be done within a few weeks. And once you've got pretty much every bit of loot available, there's no reason to come back to the weekly resets. I remember a few months ago actually, one of my friends who barely ever plays Destiny, he said to me, he was like, "It's so stupid, man, that you can play 5 times as much as me, but we pretty much have the exact same loot." Now, don't get me wrong, Destiny 1 wasn't exactly the pinnacle of what an RPG looter shooter should look like, but at least in Destiny 1, we had a reason to come back every week, right? Because even after completing just about everything in the game, there was still a way to improve your Guardian every week, whether it was to get the perfect God roll weapon, which Destiny 2 completely removed for some reason, or getting that long-awaited Fatebringer or Gjallarhorn that were actually pretty hard to get. And while it's easy to complain about the RNG and how it's so luck-based when trying to get one of these awesome weapons or armor pieces, at the end of the day, those were the reasons we kept coming back. We needed to have a reason to play, and trust me, I waited 11 damn months to get my friggin' Gjallarhorn in Destiny 1, so I think I'm more than qualified to have this opinion. Actually, I didn't even get my Hunger of Crota until about 10 months in. I had to convince raid groups that I was actually good enough to play with them, even though I didn't have any of the good weapons in the game. Yeah, like, RNGs just hated me. But you know, despite that, I kept coming back every week because I had something to chase, right? And this was Destiny 2's biggest downfall at launch. The game was way too casual. It was way too easy to burn yourself out on the game, and then you have no reason to come back the next week, right? So what's changed in the new DLC? Well, you guys remember the Taken King, right, in Destiny 1? Take that and double it. That's what this DLC is. Now look, I try to be as neutral as possible when creating discussion about games on this channel, but when it comes to Destiny, I love it. This is one of my favorite games out there, and as just a fan, this expansion is pretty much everything the community has been asking for. It's pretty widely known that in April this year, Bungie hosted an event inviting a lot of the biggest YouTubers, Destiny YouTubers that is, out to their studio to talk about Destiny 2 and why it was, honestly, failing pretty miserably. And the general consensus was that the game was way too casual, as I said earlier, and that Bungie basically ignored what fans wanted and weren't listening to their community at all. And looking at Forsaken, it's pretty clear, if you've played it, that Bungie has listened to the YouTubers and implemented what they had to say. Before releasing this DLC, Bungie said that they wanted to bring back the Destiny hobby. They wanted to be something that you can play every single week and most days, right? And over 100 hours into this DLC, in my opinion, honestly, I've still barely scraped the surface of things to do. Each day I have more quests to do, more levels to grind, more armor to get. It's not the casual game that it was at launch. So has Destiny 2 been saved? Look, honestly, and this might be a hot take, but I think this is the best place Destiny's ever been in. The storyline was arguably the best story that Destiny's had to date, and that was honestly on the back of a pretty good story in the Destiny 2 base game. And on top of that, random weapon rolls are back, bounties are back, exotic quests are back, the old and better weapon system is back, there's a brand new raid, awesome new locations, new game modes, there's just so much stuff to do. But most importantly, the game's fun again. They've recaptured that Destiny feeling. It's hard to describe exactly what that feeling is, but hardcore fans will know what I'm talking about when I say that, and it's back.
I love it.
And the community does too. As soon as the DLC dropped, Destiny 2's player count actually tripled. People are coming back to the game. And if you're watching this video and you're sitting on the fence, I think you should come back too. So thanks for watching, guys. As always, make sure to leave a comment below. Do you think Destiny has been saved? Or are you maybe thinking about coming back? As always, I love to hear your thoughts below, and I like to encourage discussion in the comment sections below. And as always, again, I'll try to reply to pretty much every comment I can. I'll check them pretty much every day. But that'll do it for today, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.